Hi everybody, welcome to this Expert Division final round guide for the New Year 2023 9-hole cup. Please give me a thumb up if you don't mind, helps me out a lot, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Replays and adjustments for all 9 holes coming up, plenty of drops for you to work with as well as some references. If you want to tweak as well, take a token or two, get familiar with the setups and work out how you want to go about these holes. Good luck everybody. Let's get started with hole number 1. I'm going to show you 2 options here as this wind angle is quite nasty. Here's the safe option. It is with the rock 1.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right, and you're setting up with the red ring touching the rough. Rock level 8, that is going to be +1, +0 with rock level 9. Then you're going to adjust this one 1 to 1. So 7.8 wind, you're going to go 7.8 rings. Like I said, this is the safe option, leaving a thorn second shot. There will be a paid ball option coming up next as well, so you decide which is the best play for you. Perfect ball away here, and this one bounces over the rough and the sand, and we approach the end of the fairway here. You might get a slightly longer rollout, but this is where I've usually been finishing, 312. Second shot, you're going to do a pin check with the white ring, bottom of the white ring. +4 is the yardage shown, and that is going to equal 48% slider, 0 elevation. Okay, so no elevation needed, and it's 48% on the slider. And you can see here it's a no spin shot, but I'm aiming deliberately with my ball guide over the right edge of the cup. That is because there is a very small crosswind element to this wind angle which will push you to the left. So that's why I'm offsetting here. 48% slider, 0 elevation, pull over the bullseye. So make sure you do the same as well, and that will have a very good chance at a drop. It's 2% per yard difference. So if your white pin check was +2, you're nearer the pin, so you'd go 44% slider, for example. Premium ball option for those with the clubs and the balls for it coming up now. Here I would recommend you go with Power 5 Wind 4. Luminary in high winds is going to get stuck in the rough. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to go with this or not. 7 top spin or 6.9, so it's APOC 6 and above. And we're going with left spin as well. And you're setting up at P5 max, blue ring touching the rough with APOC 6. And then we're going to adjust max +10 P5. This may need some tweaks, and it is aggressive, full overpower shot, full needle speed, so a perfect ball is advisable. So only play this one if you're happy with the risk. You may end up with a short, but admittedly still makeable rough iron shot. As you can see here, perfect ball catches the rough very nicely. If you have a very high wind and you've got a Power 5 Wind 5 ball, that will help as well. Might even get the hole in one. Hole 2 here, this par 3, going to play with the quarterback, blue ring touching the rough on the left. You can see I turn the camera around just to see it clearly, and it's at the top of +3 yards. Then we're going to add spin, and you'll see here I settle with half a bar of backspin and 1 bar side spin to the right. Might need a tweak or two depending on wind angle or wind strength. As always with these par 3s, tweaks will help you get more drops, and it's nice to keep the wind below 8 miles per hour. Min +20, power 1 settings. So min +20, power 1 is the adjustment that I'm using here. Perfect ball away, and you're going to bounce once on the fairway near to where we aimed, and then it will catch the slope on subsequent bounces and then roll nicely onto the green. And you want to catch that funnel. Can be a frustrating hole, this one, which is why I suggest put a tweak or two in if you can. We're just getting this one top side of the pin. Hole number 3, we are going to set up with the bullseye directly over the bunker at the top of +10 with APOC 5+, P3 max with APOC level 4. 2 top spin, 3 left spin. And there you will see that's what it looks like after you've added spin. Then we adjust maximum distance, 10% elevation. For me, that is going to be 6.6 rings. Once we've done that, no need to push up at all, regardless of your club level. Just going to take your shot. It's a full overpower shot, but it is a slower needle. And you're going with max curl left. Even if you have slightly less curl here on your club, you're still going to be fine. I've tested this with a little bit less curl just to see that it was okay, and a perfect ball was absolutely fine. But always test with a token or two if you're unsure. So full overpower, slow needle, loads of left curl. Drive distance going to be around 380. Second shot, we're going to use landing position plus yards. And you want to add your spin first and find a very small sticky spot. I'm going to show you all of the details right now on that one. You can see here 4 backspin already been added. I'm going to then add a little bit of side spin. I'll just take it away, add it again, just to make sure I'm in the sticky spot. So your spins may vary, but you see there's a small area, and it is only small, where you can move left and right and the ball guide doesn't move that much. So make sure you put your side spin on to be in that position with your 4 backspin added. Ball guide pointing at the pin, but it's stopping short, as you could see. For +2 with Sniper 10, that's +4 with Sniper 9. Playing this one 75% slider, -15% elevation. So 75% slider, -15% elevation. That is a tweak based on the miss here in the video, which should get you in for the Albatross. On this par 3, we're going to go with a rough bump, and we're playing with the quarterback. And we're going with just over 3.5 backspin, so it's a heavy 3.5 or 3.6 if you want. 3 left spin, inner ring touching the rough line, ball guide through the hole, and you can see it's just favouring the right edge of the cup as you look from the tee. So a few details there to get correct, to find the right point to set up here. The adjustment is mid +5 power 3 settings. The reason I set up so close to the rough is you adjust slightly downhill going onto the green here. So it causes you to lose distance. As you will see now when I take my shot, it isn't going to land where I'm aiming, which is a deliberate decision because, like I said, adjusting downhill just costs us distance on the shot. You can see there it's nicely between the bunker and the fairway, and we drop it for the hole in 1. Now on this par 5, going to play APOC and Sniper, 5.8 top spin and 2 bars side spin to the right. And then we're going to set up here at the following points. Top of +10 with APOC 5, P3 max with APOC 4, ball guide as shown with spin added. APOC 5 and 6 will have the blue ring touching the rough. Adjust max +10 power 3, and you can see because of the trees being in the way, I push my rings to adjust. I would recommend that you do the same as well. Once we've done that, just to take the tree out of the equation, outer wall curl to the right, perfect ball. There you can see we've got nice clearance with the curl, and we're catching the fairway very nicely and rolling up towards the end of the fairway, and the drive distance here is going to be in the region of 368 yards. Second shot, playing with the Sniper, and this here is a good chance. We're going with between 0.8 and 1 backspin. Add your spin first, and then you want to position yourself with the ball guide pointing at the pin, but the tip of the ball guide stopping about 2 green squares short. Again, this is a tweak based on the miss here in the video. So what you see on screen in terms of the video is not what is on the notepad. This is my adjustment based on a very close miss. +9 landing position with Sniper 10. Going to adjust 78% slider, 30% elevation. Okay, 78% slider, 30% elevation. If you have a short drive and you're using Sniper level 9 with 2 yards less distance, set up a little bit further back. You don't want to be pushing up after your adjustment. Just reduce the backspin slightly and replicate the ball guide. That will be my suggestion there. If you're enjoying the free content here and want to make a small donation to help support the channel, you can do so in one of 3 ways. You can click the thanks button below the video, you can use the PayPal link in the video description down below, or you can become a channel member as well. All donations and support greatly appreciated. Let's carry on with hole number 6. Time to go aggressive now on this par 4 with the Berserker 5.8 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Set up with APOC 5 plus, top of 20 plus 25 yards. Second bounce just inside the rough there. APOC 5 and 6, you'll have half of the red ring inside the rough on the right. APOC 4, you'll be setting up at P5 max. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. We make our adjustment, then look at the plus yards. I'm at plus 5, I'm going to push up to plus 20. So that is a 15-yard push-up. 15 yards pushing up. Full overpower, semi-shaky needle, shall we say. No curl, but hit perfect. And you want to push this drive, as we're doing here, to get nearer the rough this time for an easier rings from min shot. You want to be around 460 yards to 470. Second shot. If you don't like the dunk, please find an alternate option. It is not without risk. You have to set up correctly. Push-up rings from min, adding max backspin. There's 8 rings. Here's another 4, that is 12. And then you can see another 4 to go is going to be 16 rings from min in my case. You can push the drive a little bit harder if you want to add a couple of clicks more topspin. If you've got it, will get you nearer the pin for your dunk, but it's up to you. It's important, in fact, it's crucial to have the arrows in the back half of the cup, so zoom in as much as you can. Check those arrows. They need to be right at the back of the cup. Otherwise, you risk hitting the pin, and there is a small risk you will ricochet off the pin and into the bunker. So proceed with caution. 16 rings from min, you're going to play 16% slider. It's 1% per ring from min, minus 20 elevation. But it is power 3 settings because I found I was over-adjusting with power 5. I pull to the bullseye here. That's what I usually do on dunks, just a habit that I have. You should replicate the same way. Perfect ball in here is going to dunk nicely for the eagle, for those that want it. On this par 3, we're going to start with a basic ball to add spin because we don't want to add any unwanted side spin. You can see there we've got 5 bars of backspin on. Then we switch to a kingmaker and have the red ring touching the rough at the power 3 minimum distance line. So red ring at the rough at the P3 min line, 5 backspin. And then we're going to adjust mid plus 0, power 3. We want to catch this nice slope on the side of the green here. So made our adjustment, mid plus 0, power 3. Try and keep the wind below 8 if you can, because a higher wind is going to adjust to an even lower point. So you might need a tweak if you've got wind above 8. Take a token or 2 if you don't have any wind 4 balls available. Perfect ball, and this one trickles in very nicely for the hole in 1. On this par 4, we're going to use a Navigator and the Thor's Hammer. So we're going with max topspin with Thor's Hammer 6. It's about 7.6 bars, 7.7. And 1 right spin. Add your spin, and we're going to set up here with the second bounce in the rough, comfortably in the middle of it, that you can see there. The ball guide is then pointing at the rough on the left, but don't worry, the wind angle will push us towards the green. Red ring touching the rough at plus 2 is another reference if you've got the same club level as me. I push rings to adjust here because the trees are in the way otherwise, and we're going max plus 15, power 1 settings. It's very nice to secure the eagle with a cheap ball like the Navigator, but you can of course play with a different ball if you want, but you might need to tweak. Now, 2 possible outcomes here, depending on any wind angle variance. You may clip the rough and roll out, which is what I do. Finally, I just play with inner wall curl to the right, just to point that out. If you don't clip the rough, it's still going to be fine. I've bounced on the fairway twice, and I've rolled onto the green. I've not risked the rough at all. So even if you don't clip the rough, you're still going to have an easy eagle. Finally, onto this par 5, we're going with 5.8 topspin and 3 bars side spin to the right. Once again, going to play this aggressive route over on the right-hand side. P3 max with APOC 5+. Ball guide pointing, as you can see, at the brown tree. There's a little shadow there next to the yellow ring, which you can use as an additional reference with APOC 5 and 6. APOC 4, you need to stretch out 1.7 rings to find your position. but then you would need to push up those rings after you've made your adjustment. And the adjustment is max plus 15. So for me, that is 6.4 rings. So I'm going a little bit more than usual here because of the straight tailwind. So max plus 15, perfect ball away. You might want to test with a token if you have high wind here, just in case the ball carries too far. I've been fine with this kind of mid-wind value. 358 yards. Second shot, going to do a fringe check with the blue ring. Firstly adding spin though, 4 back spin, 1 left. Blue ring touching the fringe with the ball guide. There you can see in the hole. +2 with Grizzly 9, going to be +5 with Grizzly 8. Here is a slight tweak on the notepad just to get you in the centre of the pin. In fact, actually, I would rather you tweak the aim. So the adjustment on the notepad is what I do in the video. You just need to shove the aim over to one side based on the miss. You can see I offset it deliberately 1 green square to the right, but this one just sneaks in on the edge. So just have a look at the result and then tweak from that. +2, 75% slider, -25% elevation. We're not getting any collision on the ball guide, so the tree shouldn't be in the way, unless, of course, you hit a great left. So just a word of warning there. Perfect ball has been fine for me. As you can see, we just sneak it in on the left, so I would shunt your aim a couple of clicks to the right to drop it at the pin for the Alba. Thank you for watching this video for the New Year 2023 9-Hole Cup. Please join us on Facebook as well. That is free to join. Loads of members there. Free guides being posted in all divisions. Shot sharing as well as some great discussion points. Look forward to seeing you all over there and seeing what you have to say about the game of Golf Clash. Good luck, everybody, and a very happy New Year as well. See you soon. Bye for now.